Hey everybody, this is Mike with Birdman Gaming, and we are going to be doing a WrestleMania 35 prediction video. I'm going to run real quick through all of this. Seems to how there's a lot of matches today. So, starting with the Women's Battle Royal, right now, looking through who's confirmed to be in, I have two actual picks, which is Carmella or Asuka. Um, there's reason to choose both of them for the sheer fact they've had Carmella's had an amazing year, actually a couple of years, and Asuka is Asuka. However, I know there's supposed to be some NXT people in, and I wouldn't put it past WWE to have Shayna Baszler enter and just dominate. So, really, I think it comes down to those three, Asuka, Carmella, or Baszler. And Baszler's not confirmed to be in yet. Next match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Honestly, there's only one real name to pick, and that's Braun Strowman. They've been building him with the whole Michael Shea, Colin Jost angle for the last few weeks. Looking through the rest of the participants, and really, I mean, if they want to build EC3, I could see him. But right now, it's Braun Strowman. Next match to choose, Cruiserweight Champion. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. Murphy's been doing really good, but Tony Nese I think it's his time. So I think Tony Nese wins the championship tonight. Raw Tag Team Champions, it's time for Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins to win. Hawkins has had a losing streak of over 200. I think it's pushing 260 now. They are in a championship match against the Revival. And I honestly think Kurt Hawkins will pick up the actual pin in this match. The Revival are talking about wanting to leave WWE anyway. So it would be a feel-good win. However, Zack and Kurt would drop the belts tomorrow night. SmackDown Tag Team Champs, the Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Bar versus Rusev and Shinsuke. It's Ricochet and Aleister Black. They've looked amazing since their call-up. They've got real good in-ring chemistry. And this would be another way to build on the NXT call-ups. So, next is Angle versus Baron Corbin. It's Angle's retirement. Of course, they're going to have him win. However, the win's not going to be against Corbin. Corbin's going to start doing something. It's going to cause a lot of issues. Corbin will probably wind up getting DQ'd really quick in the match, and then Angle's retirement match is going to be against somebody from that he had there first match with back in '02, which would have been John Cena. And John's going to give Angle the win. Next, Miz versus Shane McMahon, Falls Count Anywhere. This one's hard to call because they have actually built the storyline very well. Shane turning heel on Miz at Fastlane. I already saw it happening. So, honestly, I could see them extending the feud, which would mean Shane wins. Or just ending the feud altogether, and that's Miz winning tonight. Miz and Mrs. just debuted their second season, so that pushes a little bit more toward the Miz to draw attention to the show, which is produced by WWE. So, women's tag team championships: Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Beth and Natalya versus Nia and Tamina versus the Iconics. It's Sasha and Bayley. That's one of the easiest picks, period, for the night. They're going to want to keep the belts on them until at least SummerSlam, and by then the women's tag division should be a little bit more fleshed out. So that's that pick. Very easy pick. United States Championship: Joe versus Mysterio. There's possibly going to be a DQ here, in which case Joe retains the belt. And honestly, I think it's going to be Joe. So, IC Championship with Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor. It's Balor's time. Plus, he's going to be coming out in the demon makeup, so it's definitely going to be Finn Balor tonight. Hunter versus Batista in No Holds Barred, with Triple H's career on the line. His in-ring career, not his career behind the scenes or running shows. He could still come out and host or be involved in storylines, just not compete. So, honestly, I think Batista wins this because Hunter has had some serious injuries here recently, and I know he's wanting to not be in the ring anymore. So I think Batista wins. I'm 93% positive on that. Next is AJ versus Randy Orton. AJ Styles wins easily. The feud's been going on for a couple months, and just it's not that great of a feud. So I think they just let AJ win, and that be that. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. This is easily a Roman Reigns victory after coming back from cancer, from leukemia, about a month ago. It's definitely a Roman Reigns victory. WWE Championship: Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. It's going to be a great match. It really will. They both work really well in the ring. I think I don't know. I know Daniel Bryan's contract's coming up. Kofi's been putting on great matches over the last decade plus. And there's a huge movement to put the belt on Kofi. So it's a toss-up. It really is. If they want to keep Daniel Bryan, they'll keep the belt on him. Because if you have a belt, you have more money. Um, but Kofi makes a lot of money in merch for WWE right now. And I'm about 55% on Kofi Kingston right now. Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. It's Seth Rollins. Brock's going to drop the belt because he's going back to UFC. It's already been confirmed he's going back. They're trying to get him in for, I think it was August, which means he needs to go into training right now for it. And if you put the belt on Seth Rollins, the belt actually will be on Raw basically every day. So, I mean, Lesnar's a draw, but he's not as big of a draw as he used to be. Seth Rollins is a huge draw, and they want a little bit more legitimacy to the Universal Championship. So, my pick is Seth Rollins. Winner takes all. The main event. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Ronda and Charlotte both have belts. Ronda with Raw, Charlotte with SmackDown. Rousey is more than likely taking some time off after tomorrow, basically, to start her family. Because she has to show up on Raw. We already know that. This is a really tough choice. Nothing for Charlotte. I'm not picking Charlotte whatsoever. Becky Lynch has been doing great promos, great ring work, great everything. The feud with her and Ronda for the last 6 months has been great on Twitter and everything else. So with all that and Ronda taking a break, I see Becky picking up both championships tonight. However, WWE did sign the massive deal with Fox to have SmackDown on their channel. I think it was reported a $1 billion deal. Fox is wanting the SmackDown to be more of a sports, not sports entertainment, but sports show. More matches, less filler. And they could be swerving us because Ronda did put out a video saying that she was taking a break. However, it was put out on Monday, which was April Fool's Day. So it could be a swerve. And Ronda picks up both championships and winds up being a legitimate champ for another nine, 10 months until SmackDown moves to Fox. Um, and then she'll drop it to possibly Baszler, which is one of her friends anyway. Um, and that's both championships. That way they keep a legitimate UFC fighter as a champion for a while, especially since Brock's leaving. Ronda, it's very obvious she's been working with Paul Heyman behind the scenes, and they could just switch Paul from working with Brock in front of the camera to being working with Ronda. So that's my picks. And Mania is going to be starting in 1 minute. So I'll see you guys later.